Good morning. Welcome to the Voodoo Garden. My name is Ray. I will be your host today. Look! It's the biggest cucumber I've ever grown. No, this, ladies and gentlemen, is about 25 pounds of jackfruit. And jackfruit is the largest fruit on the planet. I tell you, the world has some things that we haven't even imagined. And in the last episode of the Voodoo Garden, I asked you, which items would you like for me to grow? And boy, did you guys have some great ideas. You did. You really had some fantastic things. I had to look up most of what you were talking about. And one person, Harold, he's a viewer. By the way, thank you, Harold, for this gift. And I'm thanking you now because there's something in there I don't think I'm going to thank you for later. But Harold asked me if I'd like to receive a gift from California. And I said yes. We talked about this, and I said yes, definitely. I will do this. And he sent me a jackfruit because I've always wanted to grow jackfruit from seed and another couple things from seeds. And so he sent me this, and he sent me some other things I'm going to show you in just a second, but I'm cutting into this, so I wanted to tell you what's going to happen here. This is a jackfruit. These grow on trees, you know, and this is where it attaches to the tree. Can you imagine having a jackfruit tree and this thing falls off of it and hits you on the head? Talk about an Isaac Newton moment gone really, really bad. That's just crazy. This thing is just enormous. And he wanted to do this for me, so I thought that was great. But I asked you what I should grow. And so I took two of the ideas that you had. One of them was for Atropa belladonna, which is Deadly Nightshade. And I've grown that before, by the way. And I wanted to grow it again, so that was a good excuse to grow it again. So I took that one, I ordered the seeds, they're on their way. And I'll explain what it is in a second. But I also got one called a squirting cucumber. And somebody mentioned that, and I thought, what the heck is a squirting cucumber? And he or she sent me a link, and I watched the video, and I thought, no, this cannot be real. And I watched the video on YouTube. If you don't know what it is, type in squirting cucumber into the search bar when you're done with this, okay? Wait till you're done with this. And watch the video. It's beyond ridiculous. You won't believe it until you actually see it. And so I'm going to be growing that in the Voodoo Garden. I'm going to be growing the Deadly Nightshade because I think the berries and the flowers are great. And it's one of those things that I mentioned before on an episode many, many years ago, that I love the duality of it. The fact that the seeds contain atropine, which is a deadly toxin. And but the plant is absolutely stunning, and it grows really, really well. It's a wonderful two sides of the coin for me, and since I'm very careful about how I grow it, I can grow it inside, and I just wanted to show you that. Not that I'm going to encourage you to grow something that could kill you, but it's just something that I want to show because there are so many different things that we can grow that we just don't even know yet. And here is one of them. I've always wanted to grow jackfruit, and I've gotten seeds, and I got one to germinate, but Harold wanted to send me a live fruit because I've only gotten the seeds before. And this is where the seeds actually come from. And so that's why I'm slicing into it as we speak, live on camera. And if I can ever get this darn thing open, I don't know if I'm doing it right or doing it wrong because I've never done it before. And that's what it's all about. Trying out new things, seeing what's fun, seeing what's not fun, because you never know. You never know. Oh, another seed. This thing is just giving birth to seeds right and left. And I can't seem to get through it. This thing is so big, my knife doesn't even go through. And that's really amazing. I'm going to have to flip this thing over and do the back side of it. I started trying to cut this before I started filming. I thought, well, I'll just slice this open. And then I thought, nah, I want to make sure that you're here so that we can enjoy this together. Because from what I understand, jackfruit is absolutely freakishly delicious. So I want to give my first impression of this live and let you know. And that's the wonderful thing about stuff like this is, yeah, that's a wonderful thing, is that there are so many fruits and vegetables and stuff all over the planet that we in the United States haven't even heard of, let alone experienced. And that's like part of the spice of life, is to try out new things that of course aren't going to kill you. And ooh, look at this. Oh, how beautiful is that? It's like the world's biggest cucumber. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a jackfruit. And it smells, let me smell it. Okay, the smell for me smells like a combination of pineapple and mango with just a hint of strawberry. And from what I understand, which is very little, I very rarely do understand much, you just take it and you eat it. Tastes more like mango than pineapple. But look at this. Endless amounts of seeds. I should scatter these around the property. Oh, I cut this one. But these are the seeds. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, it is filled with these seeds. And people from other countries, they make drinks out of these, desserts out of these, all kinds of wonderful things. And you just take it out, and you eat it. And that's it. That is a jackfruit. That's amazing. I got enough here to last me a year. I'm gonna have to rinse it off though before I process it. But wow, this is a beauty, isn't it? And it's got a bumpy outside, a great smell inside, a lot of pith, and I'm gonna take the fruit and eat that. I'll probably run it through the blender and throw in some ice and some apple juice and make a smoothie out of it. I think that would probably be how I'd want to eat it because it's so much like pineapple. I can imagine drinking it. And but when I opened up the box, there was like a funky smell coming out, and I thought it came out of this. And I thought, oh no, it went bad. And no, it didn't. The worst is yet to come, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Oh, I think my life is just going to take a turn for the worse. I wasn't quite sure if this was going to come in or not, but this is the other side of the coin. Oh, that's just nasty. Ow. Ow, and it's all pokey too. Ow. Quit poking me. Okay. Oh, it's like a hedgehog. It's actually like a work of art though if you look at it. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. But the smell, oh Lord, it smells like a dumpster. It smells just like an old dumpster in the heat of the sun. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a fruit, or a horror, as I like to call it, called a durian. Oh, and let me tell you something about a durian. The only thing I know of what a durian is from what I've seen on TV. And flies are already starting to gather around here. I guess that tells me a little bit about what I'm going to expect, because I'm going to slice into this nastiness in just a moment. You're going to get my live reaction, because from right where I'm sitting here, it smells so bad I can't imagine opening this thing up. It's just, oh, it's beyond nasty. There's this program on TV where this fat bald-headed guy, and I don't mean him any kind of disrespect. He's a fat bald-headed guy, and he knows it. But he goes, I don't know his name. It's on the Discovery Channel, and he goes traveling around the world, all these weird, exotic, beautiful countries, and he eats, oh wow, this thing's poking holes in my hand. He eats all of these bizarre, strange foods. I think it's called Bizarre Foods with So-and-So, but you might have seen it. And he eats a lot of weird things and gives you his reaction. And he's very, very level about how he gives you his reaction. Is it good, is it bad? And he has a wide range of what he can tolerate. And I've seen him eat things that I couldn't even imagine a human being beginning to eat. There are things that it would be censored on most channels. And one thing that I remember is on an episode, he went and there was a local there, and he cut this durian off of a tree and cut it open right there with a machete, I think. Opened it up, and this guy, something Zimmerman. Yeah, his last name is Zimmerman. But anyway, he smelled it, and he started dry heaving right there on camera. It was so bad. This guy who would eat raw sewage in a bowl, he smelled this, and he started heaving like crazy, and I think he threw up, and they edited it out of there. It's the only thing he ever met that he could not eat. Yeah. So the worst smelling thing on the entire planet is over here in the voodoo garden, and I have to open it up, and I do not have the stomach that he has. But I wanted to grow a durian for so long, not because I want to eat the durian, I just want to grow it because I could just imagine growing the smelliest plant on earth. The plant doesn't stink, it's the fruit that stinks. And I want to grow this. And the only way to grow it is to get a live thing here because the seeds don't last very long in shipping. So thank you. Thank you in advance, Harold, for making my whole world stink. Ow! This thing is so sharp. I'm going to have to use this towel for it. Oh. 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 Oh, I dread opening this up. I should have probably used a chainsaw and a gas mask. Oh, it's already starting to split open. And you know, these things naturally stink to high heaven. And that's when they're ripe. Can you imagine what this thing smells like when it gets rotten? What, does it start smelling better? Oh, what's that, an alien? Okay, smell-o-vision. Oh, oh gosh, yeah, oh, it lives up to its name. This, ladies and gentlemen, the smelliest plant on earth. And I'm just gonna have to take your word, Harold, that this is not rotten. Oh, oh, sad face. Oh, oh. Okay, I had to cut the video and I had to go drink something. I drank some mouthwash so I can get a taste of mint in my mouth because it was just that bad. Yeah, that's, oh, no. That will make you sad inside. I don't even want to touch this. That's how bad it is. It's so bad I don't want to touch it. It looks like if you let artichoke hearts sit out in a jar for a month, you would have this. But see, I'm just in it for the seeds. I'm not in it to eat this stuff, trust me. Anything that looks like this, you know, like it's fermenting and puffing up and smells like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, you know. Usually I have something really witty to say. No, this just stunk up all my wit. I have no wit. Ugh. But these are the seeds. I guess they have a little ooze on them. That's a durian seed, folks. A durian seed is kind of flat on one side and humpy on the other side. I'm assuming that's a seed. And people will, from what I've read up on this, they will just take a spoon and sit around and eat this. And people that live in these countries where these are grown, you know, they don't think of it as something, you know, to make you want to puke. Because this is what they've grown up with and they're used to this, they're accustomed to it. And I'm sure that there are things in our country that we think are absolutely delicious, like maybe scrambled eggs. Maybe in these countries they think, you know, eating an unborn chicken all beat up in a skillet is just a terror. And so I can imagine that they don't like a lot of the things that we eat, and there are some things that they eat that we just couldn't possibly stomach. That's a durian, folks. And I'm glad I'm upwind or downwind. I don't know, some kind of wind. Ugh, it smells like it broke wind. Oh dear Lord. That's a voodoo garden first, I tell you what. I've eaten some delicious stuff in the voodoo garden. I've tried different fruits and stuff in the voodoo garden. And there are some that I liked, some that I didn't like, but there are none so far until today that actually scared the daylights out of me. I don't know, nature has a weird way of telling you what to eat and what not to eat. You know, sometimes the plant is a weird color, sometimes it grows really strange, but this one, it has spikes, really sharp spikes. It's hard to hold this thing. Even the weight of the fruit just sitting in your hands starts poking into your hand, and you're afraid that it's going to poke a hole in your hand. So it's almost impossible to hold the thing, and so that's nature's way of saying, hey, don't eat it. And then you open it up and it smells like somebody already did eat it and they threw up. So that's nature's way of saying, I told you so. You don't listen. But thank you, Harold. I know that he went to some cost and he went to some effort to get these. This one is a keeper. This one is one for the records. I'm going to definitely harvest the seeds out of that. And oh yeah, this is the bag of baking soda that he enclosed with it, and I'm sure that baking soda regrets the journey. That's just awful. What else is in here? This box of horrors. Oh yeah, I saw this when I opened it up. There are 2 cans, and one of them, I don't know what this is. It's in a different language, but it looks just like my jackfruit down here. I think this is canned jackfruit in probably syrup. Oh, I'll bet that's delicious too. You know, I'm going to refrigerate this and have that tonight. And what is this? I don't know. Oh, longan. Longan. Longan in syrup. Ooh. You know, I've actually had a longan before, and that was very good. I was surprised. But it's in syrup. Ooh, I could have this too. Maybe I'll mix them up and have them both. That is a Voodoo Garden sweet thing. I like that. I like sweet stuff. So that, my friends, is something really heavy, really strange, and really fun, and something really pokey, and something that I don't even want to keep in my memory. It's just really gross. But you know what? I'm going to enjoy growing the tree from these seeds. I am definitely going to enjoy that. So thank you. Thank you very much, Harold, and thank you everybody for joining me on this really odd Voodoo Garden episode. And keep those suggestions coming for what you might want to see in the Voodoo Garden. Like I'm showing you, if you want me to grow it, I might just do it. I might regret it, but more than likely I won't. Thank you again for joining me in the Voodoo Garden. I really do appreciate it. This is Ray and his pokey little friends. We're out of here.